I did 3.5, 4 months of training to make sure that the action in the film looked convincing. So no, it hasn't been conscious. If a great love story had come my way, I probably would have done it. Acting is acting. So you don't have to act any different for television than you have to act for the screen. I don't think so. Sometimes I keep picking sunsets and like, if I put this, people just abuse me. Say, hey, khud ka dalna. So you should not be active just when your film is coming out. People will think, now I can't help it.
Hi everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Pinkvilla. I have the most amazing Aditya Roy Kapur with me today. Welcome to Pinkvilla.
Thank you.
And I want to start off by asking you that, Malang was a great success for you and it was also an action thriller film that you did. Ludo went really well for you. What are you expecting after Om?
I haven't given it much thought. I just like, when you make a film, you just want people to come and watch it firstly, and for them to enjoy the film. I think it has its fair of twists and turns. It has quite a few ingredients. It has quite a bit of emotion, and I guess with an action film like this, you just want them to be entertained and feel like they got their money's worth. You know.
Every actor has a process. What's your process? Like, how do you actually go ahead and own your character?
I think every film, I don't think it is the same for every film. Of course, there's certain things that I do have to do for every role that are similar. But I think the role itself dictates what it needs to be prepared for. So like the clues are all there in the script as well. One of the things that were important for me on this one was to get the action right. So I think Kapil and Ahmed were very clear that they wanted me to do all the action. And so for me, this one, it was physically testing, and I did 3.5, 4 months of training to make sure that the action in the film looked convincing. So this was the process for Om. Obviously, there are the regular things you have to do to understand the psyche and the character, the person. But still, there are differences, which is what keeps things exciting as an actor.
But this is an out-and-out action. Were you like nervous taking up this genre?
I think a healthy amount of nervousness and fear, because I think like fear can be a great motivator for you, because it keeps you on your toes and makes you work harder at something if you are somewhat fearful. So I look at it as a good thing, because it's something that I wanted. I wanted to do this genre. I wanted to do something in this space. I enjoyed whatever little action I did in Malang. I felt like it's something that I felt like I wanted to do more of. So I signed up for it, right? So I had to be kind of ready to for everything that goes with it, and obviously there was some nerves.
You know, talking about action, when I saw the trailer, it also has family emotion in it, and you're even doing Gumrah, which is again an action-based film. Is this a conscious decision? How are you opting for your scripts currently, like at the moment?
Well, it might look like it's conscious. I don't think it has been very much so. You just choose, I think, the best of what is getting offered to you as an actor. So while Gumrah came to me a little later, it isn't an out-and-out action film. It's a thriller. It's got action. It's got different things to it. So no, it hasn't been conscious. If a great love story had come my way, I probably would have done it. It's just that it didn't happen to have come to me at the time.
But you know, people love you seeing in a love story. So do you have any plans?
No, I'd love to do more of more love stories. But obviously, it has to connect with you. You know, it has to resonate with you. So for sure, I should do more, no?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ashiki, even the chemistry in Ludo was amazing.
Yeah.
So it definitely works.
No, for sure. I will do more. Point noted. It is a genre that I found satisfying in its own way. So I definitely do more.
Even your contemporaries are really close friends of yours. Have you ever felt competitive or sense of that in a healthy way, probably? And how do you like deal with it?
I think you feel inspired when you see a great performance. You feel like, and that's what it has always been. You know, as an actor, you fall in love with first by maybe, I think the first window into it for me was watching great performances on screen and realizing that what is possible, and realizing how and just like loving different actors' work. So once you become an actor, I think there's no reason for you to stop. That's what I love watch. I'm a film buff. I watch a lot of movies. So when any one of your contemporaries does great work, it is inspiring. It does light a fire under you to want to do more. So in a way, you could call it a competitiveness, but it's not with them, so to speak. It's just like they get you excited to do more and be a better version. I know it sounds cliche, but of yourself. But yeah.
You're also doing a series now, which is a remake of Night Manager. How do you think it's different to film a series versus a film?
It is different because in a way it is great for an actor because you get more time with the character. In a film it's 2.5 hours. In a series, you by virtue of it having to be over how many hours, 6, 7, 8 hours, you get more time to live that character and then explore everything that character is. So I found that it is that is also satisfying and a fun thing to do. So I'm just realizing that because I'm shooting right now.
So, but there is a distinctive difference that you see with
I think acting is acting. So you don't have to act any different for television than you have to act for the screen. I don't think so. It's just that in a film you have a limited time to get a lot done in 2.5 hours, and that's pretty much it. In a series, that character is going through a lot more. So you kind of you're able to stay in that character for longer. Explore more aspects of it, which is also nice.
You know, you said you're a movie buff and stuff like that. Have you tried watching the South films, because now it's turning pan-India, and do you have any plans of trying out that genre, or probably do you have a keen interest personally?
I mean, I haven't contemplated doing a South film, but I think it's great for the film viewer. They're getting exposed to so many more films, great films. And so as a movie buff, it's better for us because we get to watch cinema from all around the country, as it should be.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone's complaining. Everyone's happy about it, right?
Do you have any favorite?
I loved KGF too.
Oh.
I loved it. I loved it.
Also, what I want to know is, on the trailer launch, you mentioned that this industry is full of ups and downs, and you have to make peace with it. It's a little transient, but it's easier said than done. How do you make peace when you're going through a lull or a down phase?
Yeah, it is easier said than done.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that. I think also having other interests is important. I think if you only care about your films and yourself, you're going to, at the end of the day, you need to have other things that you derive pleasure from, derive meaning from, and then derive a sense of happiness from. So it could be anything. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be a hobby. I think those things are invaluable, especially when you have something that is so unpredictable and has so many highs and lows.
Yeah.
So to be able to kind of have that as a solace is also
What is your
important.
solace? What
I think these things, my friends, my family, and
music?
sport. It can be anything, anything that takes your mind off something for a couple of hours is like, you play football, you can't be thinking about what happened the last Friday. If you were to pass that ball, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone has their own ways of dealing with things. These are some of the ways.
Yeah.
But also just with a sense that you have to keep going. You have to just keep going and do your best on the day. And if you are, then you can't think about anything else. So,
I've heard this a lot about you. You're very low-key with your life, with your social media. Do you have plans to share a bit more of yourself to the audience?
Do you have any suggestions?
Please be more active, or probably do.
What will I do? What do I post? What can I post? I should. You feel little bit more.
More stories every day, except for your music playlist. The Spotify.
I just put songs. I don't put anything else. I refrain from putting pictures. Sometimes I keep taking sunsets. And like, if I put this, people just abuse me, saying, "Hey, khud ka dalna." So I should probably be more active. It's just that doesn't happen. I don't know why. It just doesn't happen. Maybe I can do it for a short phase. Now I'll be active. Now this film is coming out. I don't know if it's a good thing. Because they say you should not be active just when your film is coming out. People will think, but now I can't help it. Because also when my film is coming out, I am active. I'm out, I'm talking. So then it feels normal. But then when I'm away, then I'm away.
Lastly, I just want to ask you, there is a speculation that you might collaborate with Ahmed Khan again. Is that happening in the talks?
I mean, I'd love to. Right now, I think we have been talking about a bunch of things. So it's still early to speak about it, but yeah, hopefully we would. Yeah.
Awesome. Looking forward for some more projects.
Yes.
And thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
And hope I can do this super soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All the very best.